Welcome guys, this is Edwin, and today we're going to be looking at a new model by Emerson Knives called Onyx, okay? And this was released as part of the Signature Series, and what that means is that they do new models and they release them in a limited fashion, and maybe in the future we might see it in the production line, okay? In this case, this is called Onyx. They made 145 of them. Previously, we saw the release of the cqc7 through the Signature Series, right? So guys, my expectation is that one of these two we'll see in the production line. This is how it compares. Both are smallish, mini style of knife, everyday use, utility work style of knives, okay? One thing with the Onyx is that it's really thin in this dimension. So that will be something different that you will notice in this case. Let's look at this blade. I do have some other knives to compare, but let's look at this blade real quick. Very reminiscent of the Viper line, right? Very pointy. You have this beautiful switch, and then this guy will be a V grind, right? So it will be ground on that side and ground on the back as well. As part of the Signature Series, you will have Ernest Emerson signature on the back of that blade. And in terms of labels, right, you will see that Emerson Knives made in USA and the model name of Onyx. And again, really pointy. That's one of those things that will help a lot if you're doing, very detailed work with the knife. And in this case, it's serial number 31 of 145. In terms of construction, just your classic G10 construction, see-through, right? You don't have any wave in here, and it does come with a clip that in my case, I took it off because this style of knife is very tiny for me, and I just drop it in my back pocket with a lanyard, and that's how I access this knife. So let's compare it with some other knife that I have on the table, some other mini models, okay? Let's look at the mini sax right here, one of my favorite mini models. Again, this is the mini sheepdog, and you can see how it compares. Similar size, definitely a thinner profile, and you have this arch that make it very utilitarian friendly, right? Now let's look at two mini knives that for me they're not that small, but they're called mini. So let's look at it. The Mini Commander and the Horseman, also known right as the Mini cqc7. Again, for me, these two guys will be primary style of knives for me, but again, they're called mini. So let's do a quick comparison right there. And also let's look at the Mini cqc7 with the Mini A100. Okay, very similar style of profile between those series, right? So very cool. And one more comparison, one of those knives that I always put in my back pocket, no issues, will be the Buck 112. And you can see that profile is very similar in terms of size, okay? And lately, this is the one that's been replacing my Buck 112. So I've been carrying it for this week. I got it on Monday or so. So that's that. Let's look at it also, how it compares with the elvia. That is one of those knives that has been hot in the market. And that's how that look, guys, okay? So a very thin profile right there. But let me tell you, one thing that I really enjoy about Emerson Knives is that it doesn't matter it's thin on this profile, you still keep that construction and that thickness in this handle that I'm a huge fan, okay? I don't like thin knives in this dimension. I like to have that, that type of thickness right there. And Emerson Knives for me are perfect, and one of the reasons I really enjoy them. Again, I think I already mentioned it comes with a clip. I remove it because I just drop it in my back pocket and forget about it. But again, a very utilitarian knife and very friendly to carry for those that are looking for something that is a little bit small, smaller in your hand in that mini size. Let me show you how it compares with the cqc7. In this case, it's the cqc7-A. But you can see the cqc7 is not that big in terms of that blade. It's 3.3 inches. And this guy is at 3.2 inches. So very cool. And of course, you can see that thin profile that is pretty cool in this dimension, like I mentioned already. And guys, that's the new Onyx Signature Series. We'll see what will win between this one and this one. My expectation is that we will see one of these two in the production lineup. And you know, let's see. I'll start carrying the Onyx more and I will have my prediction in the future. But for now, this is the Signature Series Onyx. If you have any comment or question, feel free to jump on in YouTube or Instagram. Of course, caloblade.com. I do have all the links on the main groups that I'm always hanging out on Facebook or USN Forum, okay? You guys have a great day out there. Bye.